Huh?
Good to see you, Dave. How have you been coping with lockdown then anyway, mate?
Well, this house is busy, as you know, Steve, so I suppose it cut down three-quarters of the people that came to me. But in the middle of it, one of our friends had a canal boat nicked off him last year, and they found it 120 mile away, and they rang him up and went, "You've got 10 days to get it back to off our land, or we'll crush it." So we ended up floating a barge all the way through the middle of England, right the way through, like 2 weeks, the best weather England's ever had. It was out of this world, and I'm now a sea dog, Stevie. I want you to call me Sea Dog Dave. Anything you want to know about going along a canal on a barge, I'm your man.
You've learned a lot. You're looking ship-shape, Dave, anyway. That's the main thing.
I'm okay, yeah. I'm fit and healthy. Everything's ticking over nicely, mate. Yeah, everything's ticking over. I know you're doing lovely, and I'm ever so proud of you, Stephen, as you know. For the Baldies, I look at you as a child, one of my babies.
Dave, I just want to ask you a few questions. Obviously, I've started doing these podcasts, and obviously a lot of these questions I know you've been asked before. Tell us a little bit about the relationship, with the Krays and how you came to do the Krays funeral, Dave.
The relationship with the Krays was they asked to see me when I was doing all the doormen in London, and there weren't so many door teams then, so it was just my one. And then I was going to have a young lady who was a twin. She was a black lady, and they were rappers. They'd done a rap called They Took the Rap about the twins. And I got the opportunity to meet them once. I met them. As a young man would be, I was a bit spellbound by the whole introduction to the Kray twin thing. And they asked me to help them out doing bits and pieces. And I jumped at the opportunity for a very long time, yeah. And we became very good friends. But when Ronnie died, somebody rang the funeral parlour and threatened them and went, not everyone's a Kray twin fan. And while he's lying in rest, we're going to go and burn the place down. So they got in touch with Reggie. Reggie got in touch with me and asked me to sleep in the funeral parlour for a couple of weeks to make sure it was all right. That was spooky. That was spooky, Stevie. A ghost is scary enough. A ghost of Ronnie Kray. What the fuck? That really, I ain't actually, ooh. Right, so, while that was all going on, they realised how big the actual event was going to be. So he asked me to do the security. So I've done the security, and then the next morning, I was nearly famous. All of a sudden, it was heir to the throne, celebrity gangster. I'm like, where the fuck did that come from?
It all sounds great until it starts affecting your business, though, Dave. And
that's what your mum says. It's all a laugh until someone loses an eye. Yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't a success because you ended up finding your doors getting closed down.
Oh no! Listen, it was a double-edged sword for me. I actually got infamous by it. But it closed, it ruined my whole life. I stopped all the telly work, they sacked me from the magazines. They can no longer have me on a radio station, a TV station, a film. They changed the law even down to, they cannot glamorise crime. If I write a book, Virgin said they'll publish it, but they can't do a poster up saying Dave's got a new book out because the poster is glamorising crime. We've made a proper wall for ourselves, and it's definitely fucked me. But the Kray twin thing brought me to the attention of the general public and brought me to the attention of the police and the authorities, and they fucked me. Sorry.
You started writing books. You mentioned Virgin there. You started writing books, and they were really successful. I mean, I dare say that anyone who's interested in crime's got virtually every book now of that you wrote. What was it like putting those books together and going back over those old stories?
Not hard for me because I seem to spend my life talking about old stories. I've got 1,000 people here today, and everyone's got a story. My new book, the title of it is Remember That Day, because everyone comes in here with their own story, and they go, "Oh, Dave, how you gonna? Hey, Dave, you remember that deer? Right? You remember that deer?" So I've got a book about all the different stories. It's called Remember That Day. But everyone's got a day they remember, as you have, Stephen.
Mm-hmm.
As you have, sir. Enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously with the acting side of things, Dave? You've done a couple of films over the years, and is that still an ambition for you to you know?
Not really. I'm now 60. When I wanted to be good at it, I could have been really good at it. Now I'm 60, right? So I enjoy it. I ain't looking at it as a career. I get a kick out of it. You know, my babies like it. You know what I mean? So I get a kick out of it. I'm not a good actor. I play Dave Courtney very well, and there's room for a Dave Courtney in every movie.
Yeah. What's your ambitions now then, Dave? What do you want to do? I mean, your priorities in life?
I really want to do another couple of books. I want to start learning how to do this computer thing properly and become a social media expert, because I hate being behind with that, Steve. Yeah. I hate being behind with it, but I am. Yeah. Luckily, I've got some very clever computerized people working for me, but I hate being behind with it. .com.
Tell us a little bit about Camelot Castle, Dave. Obviously, you've had so many.
I'll give you a little tour.
Please do.
All right. I'll give you a little tour. Here we are. This is the front garden. Yeah. There's the sword in the stone. He who pulls the sword from the stone shall be king. All right. But until then, I fucking am. You get what I mean? All right. The little VIP lounge. You're going to enjoy this one, Steve. All right. As we come up to the game. Oh, garden.
Garden now.
Here we go. There's a little stage, Steve. That's where we're going to be doing our little show. There's a little wall that I made last night. Sorry about that.
Fantastic.
And I'll show you my new bird.
Fantastic, Dave. Great stuff.
You all right, boy?
Things going well, mate. Things going well.
Things are going superb, yeah.
Well, look,
all good in the Courtney hood, Stephen.
Well, I know you're
good in the Courtney hood, sir.
I know you're the host with the most, so what we'll do is we'll let you go.
Hold on, I can't hear. I'll just go up there. Hold it. There's one more picture of my bird.
You never change.
Hold it. And this is Matt Price. Matt, say hello to Steve.
Hello, Steve.
And Steve Welsh.
I'm Mike, okay.
There's a fellow I do the videos with. He's a comedian tonight, and you will get to meet him, right?
Good stuff.
You will get to meet him. Very funny man. Very funny man. Hold it. Let me get out of here.
Starting to get busy there already.
Anyway, Stephen, sir.
That was fantastic, mate. Fantastic. Well, listen, what I'll do is I know you're the host with the most, mate, and you've got a busy day ahead of you partying and looking after your guests. Once we get back out of lockdown properly, I'll come down and we'll do a proper interview with you down at the castle.
Anything you want. Anything you like, sir.
Fantastic, mate.
Anything you like.
You have a good day, Dave. Take care. Love you, mate.
Thank you, Stevie boy. Ciao, mate.
Bye-bye.